Good morning, students. How are you all? Today we have come up again with the new topic that is from short story. Senior Intermediate Unit 3 short story from Module 1, The Boy Who Broke the Bank by Ruskin Bond. Today I would like to introduce Mrs. Martha Grace. She had done her MA B.Ed and BSc background with microbiology, botany and chemistry, and a schooling from St. Andrews High School, B.Ed from St. Anne's College of Education, Secunderabad. Madam had done her MA English Literature from Usmania University, and Madam has a vast experience of about 18 years. So, children, let me introduce our teacher and kindly, listen to the story, and we would be asking few questions from the story and kindly answer on the chat box. So, Madam, please carry on. Over to Martha Grace, Madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for all of your presentation. So, dear students, I wish you good morning, and we welcome you to the online class of Intermediate English. Today, you're going to listen a short story. As you know, your senior second year, that is second year textbook, has prose, poetry, and short story. So from Unit 3, The Boy Who Broke the Bank title is extracted from Module 1. This was written by Ruskin Bond. So the short stories carry 4 marks in your final examination, children. You have only questions and answers in that. You need to go through the lesson, read each and every sentence. You can enjoy reading. It's very, easy way to converse. In a simple language, it is presented. So here we go with the first topic as The Boy Who Broke the Bank from Module 1. Can you see the writer? He's still living, Ruskin Bond. I think you have many lessons in your lower classes in your English textbooks about Ruskin Bond. He's still alive, maybe of 90 years old in Missouri. So he is interested in writing many works, literary works on children's stories, because he wanted to cultivate the habit of reading among children. He wished to have a joyful reading for children. So his writings were so easy, so reachable, and very, they were like conversative. So children like to visit libraries and take up his books. So coming to the topic of The Boy Who Broke the Bank. So children, Ruskin Bond was so much interested to show the plight of child labor. The plight of child labor. He wanted to show how children suffered under 14 years. They used to work in mines. They used to work in gold shops, dustbins. They used to carry dustbin from house to house collecting. Then they used to work even in zari factories, crackers making, and some other places. So Ruskin Bond was very much moved. Then he wanted to show the experience and the plight they are undergoing. So that made him to go through this. So there was a boy named Nathu. There was a boy named Nathu. He's a sweeper boy. Sweeper boy in the sense, he had a simple job using just cleaning around here and there using broomstick. You know the broomstick meaning? You all must be having the broomstick in your house to sweep here and there. So the sweeper boy is a person who sweeps the rooms. Then he was very frustrated to receive very meager amount of salary. and very minimum amount of salary. He complained to the bank owner. He complained to the bank owner that to increase extra 2 rupees, to increase extra 2 rupees every month, so that some screen is unable to share here, so that he would have some comfortable life. Then Nathu could search for the other job at least. He was in frustration. He was sleeping here and there, here and there. With annoyed he's a washerman's son. He was passing through the bank. When he was passing through the bank, he saw few customers here and there. He also visited bank, seeing the discomfort face on Nathu. Nathu is a sleeper boy. Then he questioned, Sitaram questioned, what's wrong with Nathu's expression? He's so annoyed. He's so annoyed that he said, and he questions whether he is frustrated because he's not receiving any salary. So he also, the Nathu complains, it's not the matter of, from the beginning. It's not the matter of, it's not the matter of 2 rupees, but he has not received extra regular pay. That was his problem. That was, now I just gave the introduction, children. So now the session index, we go about like this. We talk about the literary genres. Genre is a written work, imaginative written work. Okay, then we have interactive questions in the classroom. The boy who broke the bank, and about the writer, theme of the story, and all the characters, elements of the story, and all. So you just had a little introduction about that. Why you need to know the short stories in your syllabus? So English literary genre. Literature means a part that is that can be read or written. That can be spoken, read, or written. So genre is a spelling, remember children, the pronunciation. It's a part of imaginative work of writing, depicting the painting in a normal domestic situation. So it is divided into 4: poetry, fiction, non-fiction, and drama. So mainly any part of the language, this is what people mainly present their writings. So poetry is of 3 types: narrative poetry, dramatic poetry, lyrical poetry. Narrative means sharing experience, writing the poems in form of poems, sharing the experience in the form of poem. Then drama is also writing poem in the script of drama. Then lyrics means something using musical instruments, then like singing rhythmatic way with music is called lyrical poetry. Fiction is nothing but it's imaginary stories or imaginary description and presentation. They all are like this. So fantasies are just imaginations of impossible things, so on. Non-fiction are information that gives us facts, any information in the textbooks, magazines, newspapers, journalism, essays. The real fact, true information comes under non-fiction, whereas drama. So nowadays we have theaters, children, whereas in olden days, they used to enact drama on the stage. Okay, they all are divided into comedy, tragedy, farce, nonsensical, genre of drama. Can you see the picture here? See, this is an old, maybe some 100 years ago, 100 or 200 years ago, during 16th century, 17th, 18th, they used to enact on the stage performance, true performance on the stage. So they all come under drama. And coming, can you see the picture of library here? Do you have the interest to visit library and read the books, children? All our model schools have library facility. Are you utilizing the library facility in your free time? There are collection of books arrayed in the shelves. So every university and the higher education or even school and intermediate level, any level of academics, as a student, you have to maintain or improve your habit of reading skills by referring many books and cultivate the habit of reading. Okay. Now let me ask you a few questions. Do you like stories? Come on, mention in your chat box. I think in your childhood days, your parents and teachers have told about your some stories, their experiences. You just mentioned what stories you can recall and what made you interesting to remember still. Just mention in the chat box. What type of stories do you like? Why do you like stories? Just mention in the chat box. What is the importance of listening to stories? Is it necessary to listen to stories, to write stories? Is it necessary? Yeah, it's very important. Why and all, we'll see. So when you listen to your story, that gives so relaxation to you. Do you agree with that, students? And you learn some moral out of the story. At the end of the story, you learn some moral. Well, I can see some answers. Yeah, some interest into stories that you can recall and still keep them as their memories. Okay, coming to the title. Ruskin Bond narrates a boy who is working as a child labor, as a sweeper in the bank. He's so, he was very much facing difficulties. Then, without any of his efforts, unexpectedly, something unexpected turns occur that his problems are solved. He gets a new job. So, Ruskin Bond narrates in such a way that the poor condition of a boy as a sweeper boy, suddenly within 24 hours, a new change occurs in his surroundings because of a rumor, because of the rumor in the place where he is living. Rumor means, have you ever heard of the meaning rumor? You can see the picture here. Two people are whispering each other in their ears. They are sharing some news. So, what is a rumor? All the sharing of news is not a rumor. A rumor is nothing but it's a tale of events, any incident, an event, when the news is shared from one person to the other about an object or an event or an issue, but it's, the veracity is not quickly confirmed. It is not true. It may not be true. And the listener listens one thing and he conveys the news in a different way. He conveys different news. That is what a rumor called. So about the writer, this is very important. He was born on 19th May in 1934 in Himachal Pradesh. His famous novels are Room on the Roof, The Night Train at Deoli. So many novels. He wrote more than 500 novels, essays, biographies, poems, short plays, many short stories he wrote. He was awarded with Padma Shri, Sahitya Academy Award, then John Llewellyn Rice Memorial Prize, and on. He was so famous in his writings. He also produced some movies, The Room on the Roof, Zunoon, The Blue Umbrella, and on. So coming to the theme. What do you observe in this picture, children? Here all the children are seriously working as a child labor under 14 years. See, he is working as mechanic. This boy is struggling to carry all the equipment. He's undernourished. He seems to be undernourished with a lot of hard work. And these children are working in Zari factory. Zari factory are in Delhi and Mumbai, in Kolkata, where they are designing some saris. See, these all children are living in very difficult situation. They have no education. They have no proper food. They are missing love and care of their parents. Though they are unhealthy, they are forced to work with no satisfaction, that with meager salary. So, seeing this picture, what do you understand? You think about yourselves. I'll just give you a few seconds. Think about your life. Compared to these children, are you all getting all basic requirements? Are you all getting comfortable and basic requirements, children? You have good education, studying in modern school, with good infrastructure, the teachers, then all free book supply, food, your parents, your relatives, all are supporting you to improve your career, to raise your education level. See, compare. You are very fortunate to have all facilities. So, students, what I'm asking you to think about is child labor is so difficult. So Ruskin Bond wanted to describe in the story about what is the condition of child labor. The reader should know it, the listener should understand and know their experience. In this story, the psychology of people, Nagar people, the mob, the crowd and all, how they react to the struggle. So how children are suffering without proper basic requirements. This is what Ruskin Bond wanted to show. He wanted to show so that the reader will understand their experience. And here, the boy who broke the bank means, it does not really mean the boy has really broken the bank. It is giving some suspense. At last, what happens? You just listen. So coming to the plot, children. Every story has an exposition, 5 parts: rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. So exposition means the beginning of the story, setting, where the setting takes place, the place where, the location where the events are occurring. It may be school, garden, hospital, road, railway station, anywhere, the setting, location. And the characters, all the people involved in that story. And conflict. Conflict means agreement and disagreement between the people. So all this comes under the beginning of the story's introduction, and background of the story before the introduction is called exposition. Rising action. Rising action means it's an event. The story is moving forward to overcome the problems and difficulties. Okay. But they fail in solving their problems. The turning point is called climax. It is a suspense part where the readers and the listeners of the story read very with suspense what's going to happen in the next step of the story, forward story. And the falling action, action and events that occur after the climax, means it is nearing to the end of the story. At last, resolution. Resolution in the sense, at last decision. Finally, the decision ends with a tragedy or comedy, ending with happy ending or unhappy ending. So when whatever the stories are, these children, these are the 5 steps they undergo. Now coming to the characters in the story. So can you see a boy here? He is Nathu. Can you see broomstick in his hand? This is called broomstick, children. You pronounce after me. Yeah. Using the broomstick, people sweep. Then he is earning very meager salary as a sweeper boy. His name is Nathu. And Sitaram. He is Sitaram, children. He is the son of washerman. Washerman means dhobi. See, they are all washing clothes. They collect clothes from all customers, from certain people. They wash, then press them and deliver into their houses. So Nathu and Sitaram both are good friends. So Mrs. Srivastava, Mrs. Bhushan. So she is the lady of the house. Mrs. and Mr. Bhushan are wife and husband. Seth Govindram is the owner of the bank. Kamal Kishore is the owner of the photographic shop. Deep Chand is the keeper of the barber. Elderly gentleman is a customer. Old Ganpat, bank manager, customers, crowd. These all are the characters. When you know the characters, you can write answers and story on your own with the correct events. Okay, so let's start. So as I told in the beginning, the introduction, Nathu is working as a sweeper boy in the People Nagar Bank. So in the people's name is Seth Govindram. To increase 2 rupees extra per month in his salary. But his demand was not met. He did not get extra 2 rupees every month. Not that just. He did not receive his regular pay. That was 20th of the month. Still, he did not receive any regular pay. But his work is routinely as it is. There is no change. His work is going on. He is unable to make his needs met, to buy his requirements because no salary. See, Nathu is desperately waiting for salary. At that time, Sitaram, his friend, passes through that place to deliver the ironed clothes, washed clothes in the street. So he sees Sitaram and questions, "Come on, Nathu, what's wrong with you? Why are you so annoyed? Why are you so angry? You are dusting the pan to the dustbin so roughly, so harshly. You are very angry. What's making you angry? Is that the reason for not getting 2 rupees extra every month? Are you angry because of that reason?" Sitaram questions. Then Nathu answers, "What about salary increment, 2 rupees of extra income?" He said he did not receive the regular pay. It's the 20th of the month. So he is waiting. He said he has never thought that the bank would hold up the poor man's salary. He never thought. So he's just waiting for the moment. The moment he gets salary, he decided to leave that place and search a new job. This is what. Then Sitaram wished him good luck. "Okay, Nathu, I'll just search a new job, a suitable job for you very shortly," he says. And he also says, good luck. He just wished him good luck. Then Nathu continues his work, and Sitaram, as he is visiting, he visits the 4th house, and there Mrs. Srivastava. She is Mrs. Srivastava. She keeps on, generally she keeps on looking after her house, and she has a habit of visiting shopping to buy some clothes. So when she sees Sitaram, she says she is in need of a sweeper in her house. Then immediately Sitaram says to that lady, Mistress, yeah, I knew a boy working in People Nagar Bank. He has not received any payment. It's the 20th of this month. He did not receive any payment so far. He is ready to leave that place and in search of a new work. Then Srivastava said, okay, let him ask to meet her. So Srivastava listens. She was shocked. What? How can the bank stop paying even the sweeper boy? She just keeps that in the mind and she steps out for shopping and says to her ayah to make the midday meal ready for her child. To make midday meal ready for her child so that she can carry on all her shopping work. Now she steps out for shopping. She meets Mrs. Bhushan. She is Mrs. Bhushan and they both sit under the tamarind tree. They discuss about the hot climatic conditions. They talk about the cloths they have purchased. They talk about the design, texture, the quality of the fabric. When they discuss all this in their conversation, Mrs. Srivastava says to Mrs. Bhushan that People Nagar Bank is not paying its employees. People Nagar Bank is not paying its employees. It is in a bad condition. Then Mrs. Bhushan was shocked. How can the bank withhold the money to pay even to the employees? So what about the condition of the customers? How can the customers get money when bank is unable to pay employees? Now listen to the news, the way it is spreading from one person to the other. Nathu just said he did not receive the salary, but Srivastava is conveying in a different way to others. She conveyed the news that employees have not received the payment. Have you observed how the news is changing from one person to the other? Listen very carefully. Then Mrs. Bhushan was shocked and she thinks and tells to her husband, both were there in the street. She says, what's wrong with People Nagar Bank? She didn't know. What's happening to the People Nagar Bank? She didn't know. The bank is going bankrupt. Bankrupt means, about to go bankrupt means, the bank has many debts. It has no money. It has to pay the debts. Debts means loans. See, the way Srivastava conveyed the news is different. The way Mrs. Bhushan understood different. It is different. See, Mrs. Bhushan conveys to her husband, to Mr. Bhushan, People Nagar Bank is going to be bankrupt. Means without money, loss. Then immediately Mr. Bhushan says, oh my goodness, how can that be? This conversation was heard by Kamal Kishore. See this word and remember these names. Kamal Kishore is the owner of the photographic shop. It's a studio, photo studio. He listens to the news of bank and says, what's that news? Which bank? He said, People Nagar Bank. Then immediately he ran to his friend. He said, "Want to keeper is a keeper of the barber in barber shop." So Deep Chand was sharing he did not listen the conversation properly. He conveys the news in a different way. He conveys the news to Deep Chand. Come on, Deep Chand. You know, the People Nagar Bank is going to be collapsed. Take out the money from your account. This news shook the hands of Deep Chand and says, what? If People Nagar Bank is going to collapse, what about his money? That, you know, in that shop, there are some other customers waiting for their hairdressing. They heard the news. Even elderly man he also heard the news. Deep Chand hand shook in such a way that he nicked the elderly man's ear. Nicked means cut. And the elderly man suffered from pain of the cut ear, and he also suffered from the distress, the awful news. He was distressed with awful news. Awful news means a collapse of the bank news. Immediately, elderly man with his half-shaven beard, he ran out to the general merchant shop. His elderly man, see his beard is half-shaven. He ran to the elderly merchant store to make a phone call to the owner of the bank, Seth Govindram. He is unable to connect to the owner, Seth Govindram. At last he came to know that he was holidaying in Kashmir. You know, in Kashmir, people used to visit as a tourist spot to have entertainment and enjoy the scenes of Kashmir Valley. And so now owner of the People Nagar Bank had visited Kashmir to have his own personal time. He was unable to get contacted. So elderly gentleman, on knowing that there was no answered response from Seth Govindram's call, he concludes that, yeah, the bird has flown. He has definitely left the town. He has taken their money and left the town. So it definitely means the bank is under collapse. He ran to his shop again and he takes his checkbook and goes to the bank's direction to stand in a bee line to collect his money. Listening to this news, see how the news is spreading and circulating from one person to the other. Here is an old beggar. His name is Ganpat. He had a crooked leg. For years together, people used to carry him in a barrow. It's like a trolley, so that he used to sit in the same place, beg for money and all. So Ganpat, when he heard the news of the People Nagar Bank collapse, he ran to the bank's direction to collect his money. All the people of People Nagar were astonished. Astonished means so shocked to see the beggar running and walking and leaping and running like anything. He was literally running for money. No one knew that he's capable of standing, walking, running. So what made him, in all these years, he just pretended to sit and beg. And people finally, they came to know that this old Ganpat beggar had 1,000 rupees in his account. See, have you noticed? Even such person also, he saved his money in that account. The news has spread in a different way. And from this beggar, all the People Nagar Bank, they started sharing the news and they started conflicting. Conflict means here agreement and disagreement. Children, remember the meaning of conflict here. Conflict means agreement and disagreement of a person within his mind, or agreement and disagreement between two persons, or between two people, or between groups of people. So now see the picture here. All the People Nagar Bank people have some conflicts. Oh, what about their money? All those who have accounts in the People Nagar Bank are worried about their future. They all discuss the situation. You know, here is the bank. All are discussing. You know what they said? In those days, when Ruskin Bond wrote this story, rich people used to maintain, they used to run the private banks. Private banks are run. So, suppose in case of any cheating, the bank owner may take away all the customers' money and run away. So, it used to occur rarely. So, People Nagar Bank customers also assumed the same thing. They thought, They thought even their money was also taken by the owner of the bank. Nothing went wrong. This is all misunderstanding between each person and the way they conveyed the news from one person to the other, and the conflict. So one started saying, maybe the owner of the bank, say Govindram, is away from the town. The other said, second person said, maybe the owner of the bank may be out of the state. The other said, out of the country. The other said, maybe he has hung himself under the tamarind tree. So this was a conversation went on. And all the people, by afternoon, the news spread like fire in the forest. You know, the fire in the forest spreads from one tree to the other. It catches fire. It is compared. The way the rumor is spread is compared to the fire and the news went on. And all the people were very much frustrated. How to get their money very shortly. All were discussing. So they all psychologically, they became very aggressive. Aggressive means very ferocious, very angry, very ready to attack the bank owner, ready to attack the bank manager. They were in such mind and such status. See, the crowd gathered in front of the bank. Then at the same time, some mischief makers. See, mischief makers means misbehaving people. Though they did not have any account in the bank, they just troubled the mood. They aggravated the mood of the mob. Mob means group. Any crowd of people, they are ready to attack or harm. Such crowd is called mob, children. Remember the word. So now all the group of people, Nagar, they are ready to talk to the bank manager and meet the owner. At last, they all crowd started chanting. They wanted their money. They wanted their money. See, here is the bank manager. Here, right? And all the people, bank customers, they were demanding their money to give back. So, situation has become very horrible. Then, bank manager was trying to placate them. Placate means he was trying to pacify them, to calm them down. No, he also assured that he has checked the amount of money ready to be paid to the customers. He assured that there's enough money in the bank, nothing to worry. He also said to disburse the amount to you. There's a ready cash in another bank just 30 miles away. If you come the next morning, all your money will be returned, he said. All your money will be returned, he said. But the crowd did not keep quiet. The crowd started chanting loudly, so loudly. No, they wanted their money right then, right then. They chanted their slogans. Have you ever viewed the protestation and agitations on any news, children? We want justice, we want justice. The slogans they have. Have you ever heard such thing? Imagine that situation, dear students. I'll give you a few seconds. Imagine the situation of agitation, conflict. Imagine the situation. We want justice. Yeah, okay. The same situation was created in front of the bank. Bank manager could not placate them. He just was trying to pacify them. And one person, they almost hurled a brick and broke the window panes of the bank. He broke the window panes of the bank. He aggravated the mood of others. And they started throwing stones, soil, rubbish and all. See, now coming to the climax. Climax is a suspense part of the story. Remember, any story has beginning, introduction, expository part, rising action, means aggressiveness of the, step by step forwarding part of the story, and climax is a peak part where it is very suspense to the reader and the listener. That means to know what is going to happen next in the story. Next in the story, that is what climax. So everyone arrived. So next morning, what happens? Climax during that time, Nathu arrives the bank as usually to do his work, to clean the area, to sweep everything. So all the people were discussing how to get their money, how about the owner, did he return? They all were thinking, maybe Seth Govindram was hiding inside the bank locker. Even they went to such an extreme thought. Maybe he has gone inside the bank locker and hiding. See, they were discussing and waiting for the owner and the manager to take their money. Okay, now till now, do you think the really bank has no money to continue? No, yeah. Do you think really owner has taken their money? Yes, no, he has not taken their money. But why the mood of people in their bank, customers have turned like this? Think and say. Till now in the story, nowhere it is mentioned owner has taken their money. Till now it is in the story, nowhere mentioned it has collapsed. It has brought down. But what made them so? Then it's nothing but the news that is shared from person to person in a wrong way, in a shared different way. This has led to the conflict. So when the situation went on, finally next morning, Nathu comes as usually to take his work. He saw the condition of the bank, full of stones, rubble, refuse. Refuse means dust particles, all unwanted clutter. Clutter means all dirt particles, stones, soil, papers, some rubbish. He was shocked to see the rubbish in front of the bank, he said. First of all, he was so frustrated. He has not received his regular pay. He was undergoing that plight. In addition to that plight, his workload has increased. Again, he kept on sweeping and sweeping without any complaining. And he made up a decision. What decision he made? Resolution. See this word here, resolution means making a decision. Now he has started thinking how to overcome his plight. What is the solution to get? See, he sat in front of the first step of the bank. Can you see a little image here? The window pane of the bank was broken, was cracked and broken because somebody threw the brick. See, there is a brick here. Brick is hurled and it is broken. It's a very aggressive customer. He was very depressed. He did not receive his salary and work is increased. Then he finally started thinking how to come out of this place. He was determined. He was determined to take his money then. Right then, Sitaram passes through the street. His friend. So Sitaram says, "Hello, Nadu. Now, how long do you wait like this?" He said, "Do you know the half of people Nagar population, by afternoon they are coming here and they claim their money." So Sitaram says to Nadu to sit there and just wait for the manager so that he can claim his money. So he can take all the money from his account and leave that place to get a new job. He says that the other in Mrs. Srivastava's house, he has a suitable job readily waiting there as a sweeper boy. Then Nathu was determined to sit there and wait for the manager to take his money. The paid the remaining, all the clearances that has to be made. So he was determined to take his money and leave that place and find a new job. But he questions, read this sentence here. I wonder how it could have happened. He thought to himself. See, just previous day, he complained to Nadu that he was in need of the job. He wished to leave that place as soon as he gets his money. So he just expressed his wish. Within 24 hours, just by next morning, this all situation turns out to be. And Sitaram said, last news, you know, People Nagar people, all the customers are going to come and claim their money because the bank is in loss of business. See the message, how it is conveyed. Actually, bank is not at all in loss of business. It is in loss of business. So all the situation is formed so that finally it takes an unexpected turn to Nadu to leave that job, to get his money and find a new job, to leave that bank sweeper boy job, and the new job is ready for him. So Ruskin Bond wanted to depict. See the picture here, how the rumor is spread. First, Nadu says he's a main protagonist. He says to Sitaram that he's in need of money. He has not received the payment. He just says he has not received the payment till the 20th of that month. But he conveys the same message to Mrs. Srivastava. Mrs. Srivastava says to Mrs. Bhushan that employees did not pay the money. Employees were not paid the money, she says. And Mrs. Bhushan says to Mr. Bhushan, her husband, bank is going to be bankrupt. See the word, the news, each and every step it is varying, differing. The news that is shared is differing. And Mr. Bhushan says to Kamal Kishore the same news. And Kamal Kishore says to his friend Deepchand Babar that Bank of People Nagar is going to collapse. Collapse means completely dropping. Then he says to elderly man, to retail seller, the palm leaf seller, the tailor, vendor is a street seller, jeweler, the beggar. All this is how the circulation unfolds. Finally, the news reaches to Nadu in a different way that bank is under loss of business. At last, this rumor has helped Nadu to get a new job finally. Okay. See, the rumor has spread from one person to the other, different news. Okay. And see the glossary, children. You read this story and find out bankrupt, is unable to pay debts. And see the picture here. He has no money to pay debts. Be silent, children. It's a loan. And coming to antonym is an opposite. If you are able to, a person is able to pay debts, that is called solvent. And new sentence, you see. Due to corona pandemic, many people became bankrupt. Means they are in debts. They are unable to pay debts because lack of employment, of lack of prompt salaries. Coming to the collapse meaning, repeat after me and note down these all students. Take down the books and start noting down. Collapse means fall in business, decrease in value. See, the dollar has dropped down. Business is collapsed. Antonym, success and rise in business. Many banks across the world collapsed during the pandemic. So, you know, economic crisis is seen in different countries during this corona pandemic. So this is what collapse, the meaning. Can you see the picture here? He's a farmer. He's filled with distress in unhappy condition. The meaning, repeat after me and pronounce this word after me. Distress. That means a feeling of great worry. The antonym is happiness and comfort. A farmer went into distress after he lost his crop in the flood. See, he is so distressed because he has lost the crop in the flood. Opposite antonym is happiness. If he's filled with good crop, he would have been happy. Coming to the alms. Alms means giving money or clothes or food to the poor people. See, alms for the poor. Antonym is cheapness. miserliness. Not giving money to the poor is miserliness and cheapness. And pronounce after me. This is alms. L is silent and the S should be pronounced with Z sound, children. Then on sentence. During natural calamities, we must give alms to the needy victims. Now, imminent means something likely to happen very soon. Anything that is going to happen shortly is called imminent. See the picture, you see the clouds. Seeing the clouds, you say, yeah, the cloudy weather shows it is imminent to rain. The weather is cloudy, it is imminent to rain. Antonym is avoidable, far, later, not immediately, not soon, later. Okay. Now, muttering. Muttering means speaking in a low voice. Muttering is a gerund, children, noun form of the gerund. Okay. Antonym is shout. The teacher stop the muttering of the students in the classroom. Okay. This pronunciation. Placate. Repeat after me. Placate. Placate means calming them down, to pacify them. The bank manager is trying to placate the crowd, to calm them down, to make the anger less on their faces, to lessen their anger. Okay. The bank manager tried to placate the people in the crowd. Next, critical thinking, children. Now you have to narrate any interesting incident, any rumor that you came across during your past days, in your childhood days or any other time. You just narrate in your notebook, children. This is like an assignment you take. Okay. Generally, these rumors, they carry misunderstanding between people and it creates panic. Panic means fear. So start thinking as critical thinking means first you should understand the concept. When you listen to any news, you should think whether it is true news or fake news. Before listening, before sharing, you must listen carefully. Then you should analyze it. Is it real or not? You check. Nowadays, in Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, social media, so many fake news rumors are going on. Without knowing its fact, you must not share any fake rumors. Okay, take this as a very important point, students. Clicking unnecessary links and websites may lead to the loss of money to the parents. So you have to be very cautious. You should not share the fake rumors. You have to be very cautious. So you write any interesting incident, how the rumor has troubled any person, that has finally led to the fear and misunderstanding to any people. So recent news also you can. Finally, analyzing means dividing and trying to think of the reason, splitting the reason, finding out the reason, and synthesizing means finding out the reason and taking all ideas into consideration. Accept the correct idea, then only check it, then only apply it. At last, the critical thinking completes. This can be used in your regular livelihood also, children. Whenever you are going for your career and all, you have to think before you act. You have to think before you act, children. Never take hasty decision. You have so many questions around, you have to think and act accordingly to make correct decision. Critical thinking helps you. So it's very important to listen stories or to tell stories. In model schools, we conduct many literary competitions like essay writing, elocution, storytelling, story writing, right from your primary school days to higher classes, according to their standard. Come on, tell me, students, mention in your chat box, have you ever taken part in the literary competitions? Have you ever come forward to the blackboard or in front of your classmates to tell any story, to share any story? It's so important, children. When any chance is given, you have to take part. That removes your stage fear. Okay, that improves your storytelling, will give you a nice relaxation, improve your vocabulary. Vocabulary means finding out the new words to express events that are occurring in the story. Okay, you can build up your vocabulary. You can have good communication skills to share, to talk. At the end of the story, you learn some moral. Some moral is definitely learned. Okay, there are different characters, some good characters and bad characters. So at the end of the story, you have to apply the moral taking from positive attitude people only. Okay, storytelling. That encourages very good participation. Okay, coming to the elements of the story. See, whenever you write a story, children, think about the setting, place, and time, and the characters, protagonist and antagonist. Protagonist is a positive thinking and good character person, one who, like a hero and heroine characters, one who takes the story forward for a better way. Antagonist always opposes the protagonist or completely with negative mind. Okay, and there are some conflicts, internal conflicts of people and external conflict. Conflict means agreement and disagreement within their mind and heart. Okay, at the same time, every individual has agreement and disagreement between their heart and mind. No, we should listen to the right decision, children, heart. It gives us correct understanding. The external is conflict between one person to the other. This occurs due to the misunderstanding and narrow-mindedness, then negative thinking and lack of forgiveness. If one person does not forgive others, they cannot compromise and adjust. So forgiveness is very important, children. And one needs to adjust and compromise with the situations. So in the characters of all the story, children must take the positive attitudes of the best characters only and leave the negative things so that they can learn moral of the lesson. And even from person to society, between person to nature, means there are conflicts fighting for nature, for water, for rivers, for forest, for mines. Okay, we have many conflicts for our state, between two states, for natural resources. These all are external conflicts. So when you write a story, children, keep all these steps in view and you can go ahead. So joy of reading, children, this is very important, children. Your homework, this is your homework. You have to read this story, The Boy Who Broke the Bank. So you have 4 questions from that, no annotations, and that's only questions you have. It carries 4 marks. The more you read, the better you can present your answers on the paper. See this. A child who reads will be an adult who thinks. You have to cultivate the habit of reading, dear children. You have many resources in the library, in your model school library and in your house, village libraries you have. In every mandal there are libraries, you have to avail that facility. Magazines, listening to news, English news. The more you read, even your spellings also go correct. Your spellings become very correct, and your presentation will be very perfect, children. You'll have positive thinking, good adjustment, and you improve yourselves. You correct your mistakes when you read many books. What all the shortcomings or weaknesses you have, I mean, if any individual has, they can upgrade themselves in positive thinking. The more you learn, the better you think like an adult. And Francis Bacon says, reading makes a man full. Reading maketh a man full. That means he thinks in a broad sense. And books are very best friends. They're helpful to guide you in certain situations. Okay, so this is your homework, children. Read this. This is a book, The Room on the Roof. Was written by Ruskin Bond when he was 17 years old. This was the first book, and when I was a boy, this was the first book. It was written when he was a childhood, in a childhood state. Okay. Then coming to the figures of speech. Figures of speech is nothing but word or phrase that gives you some effect, good effect on language. Okay, they are not truly exactly meaning in the literary meaning definition. They just give interesting effect to the language. Okay. Simile and metaphor. Simile is a word we give comparison between two different words using like or as. See, a pillow was like a cloud when I laid my head down. Pillow is covered, compared with the word cloud. Pillow and cloud. Pillow and cloud. These are two different words that are compared with like or as. This is called simile. Metaphor is comparison between two objects without using like or as words. The paintbrush was a magic wand in his hand. This paintbrush is an object, magic wand is an object. They both are compared without using the word like or as. Such sentence is called metaphor. Okay. So Mrs. Bhushan is compared to bee. She is keeping on moving like a bee from shop to shop. Mrs. Bhushan is one object person and the honeybee is one. Both, she is compared to the honeybee. Honeybee moves from flower to flower, flower to flower. So Mrs. Bhushan is visiting from shop to shop, shop to shop, using the words like. Okay. It is called simile. The news spread through the bazaar with the rapidity of forest fire. So news is compared to the word, compared how it is spread like forest fire. The news and forest fire. News and forest fire both are compared without using any like or words, without using. So they are called metaphors. So remember children, and you have 4 questions. A, B, C, D, you have in your textbook, children, read all this. Why did Nathu grumble to himself? How did Sitaram try to help Nalu? These 4 questions, you are supposed to present in 100 words each. So we instruct you to read this story. The more you read, the better you can present your exam. So Ruskin Bond, finally, his point of view is to show the listener or writer, listener or the reader, to understand and experience plight of childhood, labor, child labor. So, how Nathu has undergone the troubles, and his trouble was it was overcome within 24 hours in a form of twist, just with the help of Sitaram, his friend. He got a new job. Using the factors like rumors, it came to an end. It came to an end that his problems were solved. So point of view from author side is he wanted us to understand the plight of child labor and the difficulty. So you should be very thankful to your parents, children. You are not under child labor. You are given facilities to study well, utilize all the resources and improve your career with good habits, with good character, and with all the resources. Utilize your studies and all. Okay. Here, homework is already given to you. Thank you, children.
Wow, children, how did you like the story? I hope you all loved it. And we all love stories from our grandparents, parents. We all listen stories when we go on vacation. Thank you very much, madam, for explaining the short story in a very clear-cut manner with very colorful slides. I hope all the children might have enjoyed viewing your colorful slides and clearly understood word by word, and even the comprehension or the questions what you asked or the vocabulary. So they all might have learned, and all the words might have fixed in their minds. And apart from children listening this story, you try to write. That is what madam had told you. Practice writing short stories out of your experiences, any incident which you have come across. so that leads you, or that gives you thinking power, and that may lead you to speak in a very fluent manner. So when you keep writing, you can present the answers also in a very best manner. So with that, you can score good marks. And before I would like to conclude, I really thank the madam for explaining in a very excellent way, in a very smooth manner. And before that, and I would like to quote something. When you read a short story, you come out a little more aware and little more in love with the world around you. Find the key emotion. That is what every story, when you read every story, find the key of that emotion, so that you really understand. And every story gives us somewhat the other way moral. So with that moral, we need to go. We should take the good morals and leave the bad one. And the short story is something that you can hold it in your mind. You can really analyze how the entire things works like a machine. So the way madam told you how to write the story, so this is the right time where you have a lot of time in your hand, and you are at home without any disturbances. You are free mind, you have free of work. So take some place, take some time for that, start writing short stories, and by the time you come to the school, you will be excel in writing the short stories. And madam said we are conducting many literary program where you can present all your works done in this duration of pandemic time. So I wish you a very good luck, children. Start practicing all these things. Listen once again, if you do not understand anywhere, or if you have any doubts in this regard, kindly go through the video once again and note down each point of it and practice it. And whatever the assignments were given to you, kindly note it down and write down. Take some time, read the text once again, so that you can excel in that, and practice